Do you want to be able to afford the best players and open the best packs in FC24? Go to u7buy.com to buy your EA FC24 coins. It's more economic than buying FC points and just as reliable. They already offer some of the best prices out there, but you can get an additional 6% off using promo code Eli at checkout.
Alright guys, we're going to be doing Man City's Tactics, a little updated version post all the patches to kind of keep it more up to date with the new meta that's going around. With the whip cross meta, Trevelyan meta has been a little bit nerfed, but it still works. Finesse shots still work a little bit, but the main meta is like a cutback meta. That's the best way to score in this game. And second close to that will be the through ball meta. So it hasn't been talked about a lot right now, and it will be in the next coming weeks. Just give it some time, you'll see. The through ball meta, just sending a through ball to your striker and just hunting it down and then ball rolling the goalie and scoring goals. That's the main thing that's going to be going around in a few weeks. I'm just letting you guys know ahead of time right now. Let's go over the actual Man City tactics. So the 4-2-1-3, this formation right here. So the way this formation works, before I get into the actual custom tactics, you defend in a 4-4-1-1. They defend in a 4-4-2. I couldn't really make it defend in a 4-4-2. The only way I can make it defend is like a 4-4-1-1. So that's fine. I try to resemble it as much as I possibly can with a little bit of a FC-esque, with a little bit of a FC broken mechanics type of deal. Like, you try to make it relatable so you can play it in FC, if that makes sense. Because if I play exactly how they play, the formation won't work, if that makes sense. So think about it like this. These two center backs, your left one will be John Stones, and then your right one will be Ruben Diaz. So John Stones will join in on the attack a little bit. He won't join in all the way in the attack. He'll basically join in into the midfield area, act like a quote-unquote CDM, like a ball-playing center back. So keep that in mind. Your right back and your left back, they will invert. They'll become center backs next to your right center back. So you'll have a back line of 3, which will consist of the right center back, and left center back. Then you'll have a midfield of 2, which will consist of the left center back and the right CDM. So this guy's going to go right here, replace the left CDM. The left CDM is going to go forward and act like a cam next to your actual cam. And then you'll have your striker here, your Holland, and then your right winger and your left winger just bombing forward. And in between, like example, in between the striker and the right winger will be my Odegaard, Cam. He'll act like a right cam in between those half spaces. So the half space is usually in between these two, in between your opponent's center back and left back, or center back and right back. And your left CDM will be joining in on the left half space, in between the left winger and the striker. So think about it like this: John Stones left center back, right center back Ruben Diaz, Kyle Walker right center back, left center back is usually like a Ake or like a Nakanji. Your box-to-box center mid right here will be more like a De Bruyne. Your right CDM will be more of a Rodri. Your cam will usually be like Julian Alvarez, so he act like almost like a false 9 striker, like a shadow striker. It could be Julian Alvarez, it could be Bernardo Silva, it could be any one of those. Right winger has been usually Bernardo Silva now. It used to be Mahrez, players like that. Or Doku. Doku could play there too. Your left winger will usually be Grealish or Doku, either or, and then your main striker will be Holland. Now that paints a picture of what we're trying to accomplish here, let's get into the actual tactics. Balance 37 width, 72 depth. This is old gen 37, 72. New gen, you can up it to 40 and 71. So you have that manual press or that auto press on on new gen. Old gen 72 just lets you be higher up so you can manually press. The reason why we're playing such a high line here is because usually they play press after possession loss, but I am not that good. I know myself, and I am not that good at playing with press after possession loss. I'm just not. I don't want to risk it. Playing in the higher divisions, Division 1 and the Elite Division, I don't want to risk it. I hate getting caught on the counter. So I'd rather just manually press. I don't want my players to run out of position by themselves. Now, if you don't like to manually press, then change it. Both consoles, drop it to 70 depth and play on press after possession loss if you're good at pressing yourself. If you're good at letting the AI press for you, then drop it to 70 depth and old gen 37 with, new gen 40 with the press after possession loss. But for me, I don't like it, so I play balance 72 and 37 for old gen, new gen 40, 71. That's it. That's the only thing that you can kind of customize for yourself depending on how you like to play. All that good stuff is just completely up to you. Build the play, slow build up, and chance creation, direct passing. The reason why we have slow build up is so because you have a certain instruction on the left center back to go forward. I don't want him or her to go forward immediately. I want him to go forward whenever the time is right. So I'm trying to prevent any counterattacks or losing possession. So I need to be able to manually move everybody wherever they need to go so they can kind of fill in the spots, if that makes sense. So with the slow build up, it'll allow left center back to go forward slowly, the left CDM to go forward slowly, the right cam or the actual cam, main cam, become a right cam slowly, and then the right back, the fullbacks to kind of come inside slowly. I don't want them to move fast, because if they move fast and I lose possession, you'll get caught on that counter, and then that's game over. So it's slow build up. What that means is that they're going to be moving away from you slowly, but you'll still be able to make them go faster if you do a lot of L1 triggers, a lot of 1-2s. If you pull them to you with the R1 trigger, where they'll come to you. Whatever you need to do to make them move, creative runs, player lock, whatever you need to make them move around, you could always do that too if you're good at that. With 33, just to make it a little bit more compact in the midfield area. The wingers are still going to be wide, but it's just to make it a little bit more compact. Players in the box 6, and corners and free kicks, you could do whatever you want. You could do 1-and-1, completely whatever you want. Alright, players on who you want where. You want two meta center backs, but get your more bulky center back, your more tankish center back, your better center back defensively as your right center back, and your better ball playing center back as a left center back. So for example, I have Renard, team of the year. I got lucky, I packed her, but she has a high work rate and she's very good on the ball, so I play her as a left center back. If you don't have anybody like that, you can play Koundé, you can put Blanc, you can put Maldini, players like that here. And on the right, you can play like Ferdinand, Van Dijk, players like that that are a little bit more defensively stable. Your right center back or your right back and your left center back or your left back can be either or. They can be fullbacks that are good at attacking, defending, whatever you want them to be. Just make sure that they have good defensive stats and that they're high or medium. Just try not to put high medium fullbacks there, because if not, they're gonna be going forward way too much. You want to have some type of high defensive stats or high defensive work rates if you can. Your left CDM should have high work rates, because they will be going forward a lot and they will be defending a lot. So try to get a player that has relentless play style if you can. If not, just somebody that can go forward, defend, all that good stuff. Frankie de Jong will be good here. Modric will be good. Bellingham, Sawa will be excellent there. Bruno Fernandes will be excellent there. Your right CDM should actually be a CDM type of player, so like a Rodri, like a Patrick Vieira, like that flashback Conte, players like that, Makalele, that can sit back, defend. That's all you need them to do. Be destroyers, send over the top through balls, send quick passes. That's what you need. Your cam should be like a shadow striker, so like a second striker. In real life, this is Alvarez here. You can get away with putting like a Neymar here, a Messi. You can get away with George Best here. Whoever you want to play here, you can. Even Eusebio. Eusebio will be fine here. Your main striker should hopefully be a high-low work-rated player if you can, or if not, get like a high-medium. Somebody that's very aggressive, that's very fast, that's like a tankish type of player, that's like a bully that can push people off, or that are very good with the ball on their feet, like Eusebio, like Haaland. I have Henry. You can get away with Mbappe. Players like that you can send quick through balls to and then just chase it down, do a quick ball roll around the goalie and score some goals. And your right winger and left winger, you know who to put there. Put fast-paced wingers that are skillers, because you will be isolated a lot 1v1 in 1v1 situations. If you could do whip crosses, even better. Try to go for those cutbacks if you can. So try to take on a player, your opponent's fullback, and then try to go for a cutback if you can. R1 dribbling if you can, stuff like that. Alright, instructions. Oh, I should have put comes across the sweeper keeper. That's my bad. Put comes across the sweeper keeper because of that whip cross meta. Your right center back is going to be stay back while attacking. That's it. Your left center back will be joining on the attack. Doesn't mean that they're going to go and play forward. It just means that they're going to go a little bit high up and play as a CDM next to your right CDM. Your left back will be stay back conservative. That's it. And your right back stay back conservative. So because I have the conservative interceptions, it does make them kind of tuck in a little bit more. If I put inverted run type, it was making them actually go forward, and I don't want them to go forward at all. So with the conservative interceptions, it just makes them tuck in more to your actual main center back. Your right CDM is cut passing lane, stay back while attacking, deep line, playmaker, and cover center. Cut passing lanes is the best defensive behavior when you have two CDMs, so just put that. Usually what he does in real life is he makes them tight mark or man mark players, the two CDMs will, but it doesn't work that good in this game, so I just put cut passing lanes instead because that works better. Stay back while attacking, cover center, he does that in real life. And deep line playmaker, it just makes him play like deep sixes, kind of like Enzo Fernandez should play at Chelsea, for example. Rodri, the way he does play in Man City, almost like a Declan Rice for Arsenal. So they're just going to be filling in any pockets of spaces around the middle of the park, just being deep, creating chances, sending over the top through balls, recycle plays, all that good stuff. So if you can't build up and you need to take a step back and pass the ball backwards, they should always be there. Your left CDM is the same thing. Balance defense on this one because they're going to be going forward. So get forward, cover center, and deep line playmaker. So the reason why I have deep line playmaker on this one too is because when you are building up, that way it won't make him bomb forward so much. He'll just be kind of more reserved until he kind of slowly goes forward like Kevin De Bruyne does. But it also opens him up so he can do over the top through balls or just incisive passes or whatever I need him to get done. Your cam will be basic support, get into box or cross for that shadow striker like I was telling you earlier, like Julian Alvarez. And free roam just makes him drift to the right, honestly, because if I didn't have get forward on the left CDM, then the main cam would just free roam anywhere across the pitch. But because I do have him on get forward, he will only free roam to the right side to give your left CDM space to cover in on the left half spaces. So that way they could kind of have their own designated zonal attacking spaces, if that makes sense, or channels, however you want to look at them. Main striker, stay central, get in behind. If you have a high work rated player, you can put stay forward. If you want to make it more aggressive, you can put stay forward. But I have stay central, get in behind because I do like him receiving the ball to his feet sometimes. So I can do a quick 1-2 and then send him that way because I do like to do that a lot too. Your right winger will be come back on defense, stay wide, come short, get into box or cross. Come back on defense so you can defend in a 4-4-1-1. Stay wide so they actually stay wide, so they can kind of cut inside, do Trivella's finesse shots, cutbacks, whatever you need to get done. That'll allow the space to open up your opponent's defense and then kind of give you space on the ball, and you can do whatever you want with it. Come short so they don't run away from you. They do come to you, so they're going to be wide, but they're going to be asking for the ball at feet. So you don't always have to send through balls, and you won't lose a ball that often. And get into box for cross, because when in doubt, a cutback will get you out. And that's the best way to score, honestly. Cutbacks, unfortunately, that this game has to be like that. But it is what it is. I mean, in real life, they score cutbacks all the time, too. So I just wish the defensive side of things, it was easier to prevent cutbacks instead of letting the ball go through your legs. But that's a rant for another day. And then your left wingers, same exact thing. Come back on defense, stay wide, come short, get into box for cross. That is it. Those are the custom tactics and instructions for the Man City 4-2-1-3. Sorry this video was a little bit longer than normal. It was just a lot of explanations and a lot of the ideas that Pep goes through whenever he's trying to create these tactics, and what I had to go through to try to recreate these tactics. Excuse me. Going forward, I will be posting more authentic tactics again. I was posting mostly meta tactics because it was team of the year, and because it was team of the year, I was just trying to post the best tactics so everybody can have the best chances to win in foot champs. Now I'm trying to do maybe 2 meta tactics a week, maybe 3, and then the rest just authentic. So maybe 2 meta, 3 authentic a week, just to kind of have some fun up until team of the season or foot birthday, because then that's when I'll take it even more serious on foot champs. Because foot birthday is probably one of my favorite promos in the game. But yeah, let me know down below if there's any other tactics you guys want me to recreate. I have a whole little list. I'm working on a few. But yeah, hit that like and hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.